was for Harpmaker 44. One probably well, my best friends that I have here on YouTube. Guy's always been there for me. He's always been just an awesome dude. So this one here is for him. And he's been kind of wanting to know how to use a cane in your self-defense. So I'll throw him a little bone here. So the first thing that a lot of people don't realize when they're talking about cane defense is that a lot of the time people with a cane need to use it to stand. So therefore, or move around very well. So therefore, a lot of the techniques that they show in cane hapkido and various other forms that utilize the cane won't work. The idea of him standing here with the cane in much like a sword fashion probably not going to work so well because he needs and because there's a lot of people that have canes. That's the reason why they have them, is because they need them. So the idea of standing here with it in your hands, yeah, no. Unless you're using it as a fashion piece, those types of things, no. So rather, you need to be able to use it differently. And the types of strikes that you need to be able to do is you need to be able to train yourself to where you're able to stand just long enough to just fire it out. Okay. Now you can fire it out at the knee, you can fire it out at the groin, you can fire it out at the head. You know, those are pretty obvious things. So we're going to go a little bit beyond that, because any idiot can pretty much do that. So let's say I'm walking down the road with my cane. Okay. So typically the cane swings out with the leg. Okay. So it's going to do this type of motion. Okay. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to walk towards the camera in that type of fashion, and then I'm going to describe after one step what the idea to do is. After I take this step, let's say I see my opponent, he's starting to throw a punch in my face. So I'm going to just grab my cane like this, and I'm going to block it using my cane. Okay. Now, after I've blocked that strike, I can push it off to the side, and then just turn my cane over with my hand. Just boom, right there, straight to the head. Okay? Now, depending on where my cane ends up after I've struck him into the head, it does a lot of things. If it just glances off the shoulder, so let's say my head is the head that you're hitting, okay? If it glances off the shoulder here to where it just kind of falls back down, well, I can continue walking because I've just hit him in the head and he's just trying to realize what the hell just happened to him. By the same token, if it goes to the other side, okay, if I strike but it goes off to the other side, so this side, in which case I'm going to bring my left hand, I'm going to snake it right behind, and I'm going to turn over my right hand. This now will give me a grip like this around the guy's neck. This cane being on the side of his neck. I can then turn and throw him as well. So that's another quick way of getting them down on the ground and you're still standing. Another way would be, as that punch is coming, to just bring it up and then just strike straight into the groin. Okay? So basically what's going to happen is, since you've already got your angle here, just modify it a little bit by bringing it straight in, and you can do a quick shot straight to your opponent's groin straight away. Okay? So it can literally be boom, that type of movement. So that's another way of doing it. So And by the same token, if you choose not to just raise it up this way, now watch what's going to happen here. Here's one of the keys. When I'm doing that, I'm pinching it here so that it'll rotate my hand. Okay? So watch go. I'm pinching so it'll rotate. Okay? Now, another way of doing that, again using the pinch and rotate grip, if I'm fast enough, I can literally pinch and rotate off to the side, smack to the heads, come back with a reverse figure eight. Okay? So let's watch how that happens again. I'm seeing that punch come, so I'm striking to the inside of the arm, bringing the arm off center of me, redirecting it. Now I'm just turning my cane over, smacking to the top of the head once, twice, bringing it back down. Okay? Now, what's happened is I've hit their arm once and I've hit them in the head twice. And now I'm continuing to walk. So at speed, what's going to happen is it's going to look like that. I just continue walking. Okay? So, that's another way of using that. If I'm walking and someone pushes me or grabs me, I can just grab just a little bit lower on my cane. So I have about that much sticking out, okay, over the top. Okay. So I've got that hand here. So I'm just going to use this to put some pressure on the wrist and hold the wrist right there. Okay. Then what I can do is I can bring this end of the cane over and under their chin on the opposite side. So what it's going to look like is their hands here, their hand here. So you're going to bring the cane up and over the head and under the chin this way. Okay? You're going to bring the chin under the chin this way. So the cane will literally be like this. And then from there, then you can off balance and throw that way. Okay? So again, it'd be blocking to the inside of the wrist using a little bit of the extra end of the cane there, bringing it over the head and throwing that way. Okay. So literally it would be one, and then I'm going to grab in between the cane, or in between my hand and their chin, and drive this way. Okay? So that's another way of using it. The idea with the cane is that you want to become comfortable with it to be able to not only use it in strikes but also in walks. So anyway, that's just kind of a small thing, small few things that you can do with the canes, and I will be bringing out more things. So, thanks. I appreciate your comments, I appreciate your views, I appreciate your time. Defend your homes wisely.